Hey everybody, it's Dr. Joe Borio with this week's Health Kick weekly video. And we had some great input from last week, so I want to thank you guys for that. It was a lot of fun and I enjoyed it, and I think it got some of you guys thinking. Another quick point before we get started on today's topic, and that is a lot of you asked me about some friends or family or people that you have maybe that aren't local to our office. Absolutely share this video with them. All you got to do is forward it to them or kick them with an email, tell them to join our, go right to our website, or they can email me back with their email and they'll make sure they get them every week. They're free. We're going to give you a lot of great information. And I'll tell you, one of the reasons we're doing this, guys, is to start saving some lives and to really start reaching out to some people. There's so much misinformation and there's so much fear out there, and I see people making a lot of decisions because they don't know what the right thing is to do. So one of the things we're going to talk about saving a life, and certainly about controversy, and that is on cholesterol today. That's kind of a scary topic. It's a common topic in our office. So let's be clear. Cholesterol, you ready for this, is very, very good for you. Cholesterol actually is made by every cell in the body, and it's a precursor. It actually makes a molecule. Your body makes the molecule cholesterol to make other molecules, to make other hormones in your body, or other chemicals that help with inflammation and so forth. It's actually released to repair tissue in your body. So cholesterol is great, it's healthy, and it's very, very good for you. When's the last time you heard that? A couple other things. There's no such thing as good and bad cholesterol. Total misnomers. There's only cholesterol. Now, cholesterol will actually be wrapped with other types of proteins, and it changes its density. So that's where you get HDL, high dense lipoproteins, and LDL, low dense lipoproteins. But the bottom line is you can't mix a fat or a lipid in water. It doesn't dissolve, it doesn't move well, it doesn't transport well. So what your body does, again, most of the time in the liver, or majority of the time in the liver, it actually wraps the cholesterol in different types of proteins, and therefore dissolves in the water, and then it can circulate to different parts of the body. So that's kind of how all that came about. Here's what they found. Two things. They started studying people with heart disease. And they say, geez, we noticed some, certainly not all, but some of these people had high cholesterol levels. Now, there are some conditions with people that have a genetic condition where the levels are 400 or 500 and so forth. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking that 200 plus in the 300 range. That's the range we're talking about. Okay, so let's be clear on that first off. But we found that they were higher. We noticed that there was an association between about half the people had high cholesterol and they had heart disease. That's kind of interesting, right? And what they started to see was when they removed some of the plaquing and so forth of the artery, they found out there was a high concentration of cholesterol. So the logic, there was this association that came into being where they said cause and effect. High cholesterol means that the person's having heart disease, because we see that with some people with heart disease. And we also see that the higher concentration of cholesterol in some of this plaque. So if we make a drug to lower the cholesterol, or we get people to lower their cholesterol, that means we'll have less heart disease. Guess what? It's not working out. That's not at all what's happened. In fact, people that treat their cholesterol with drugs have a higher incidence of death. So the idea that we're taking cholesterol drugs to lower cholesterol, that's going to lower heart disease, isn't lowering heart disease, and it's not lowering the death of the patient. So people are still dying with normal cholesterol levels. So that idea wasn't working out. So this is what science is now starting to come with a conclusion of, though us health guys, we've known this for years. Cholesterol is higher in a lot of people. Why? Because it helps with the repair and it reacts to inflammation. So this is what's happening. A lot of people eat lousy, don't exercise, don't take care of their body. So as a result, your body's making more cholesterol to heal and repair the inflamed tissue in the body. And that's why you see a lot of people with heart disease, again, about half, tend to have higher levels. The other half have totally normal levels. And a lot of the journals are showing, hey, just as many people in the emergency room with having heart attacks have the normal cholesterols versus high cholesterol. So we got to get rid of this cholesterol thing. It's not cholesterol. What cholesterol is it's an indicator. When your cholesterol level goes up, it's an indicator that your inflammation in your body is very high. And that's what it means. So your body, in an effort to repair the inflamed arteries, will load a bunch of cholesterol in there, right? It's producing more to load in those arteries to repair the artery. That's why it's higher in cholesterol. It's doing something good for the body. It's doing something wonderful for the body. So what we need to do is understand that it's high because there's inflammation. So rather than treat it with drugs, which is toxic to the liver, okay, causes rhabdomyolysis, which is a wasting away of the muscle. It causes all kinds of other problems. That's why you got to have your liver enzymes checked, because it's toxic to the liver. It's very bad for the body. So suppressing the body's production of cholesterol is not the answer. The answer is to lower the inflammation. Why is your body getting inflamed in the first place? Let's go over a couple of things on that. One, the foods you put in your body. It's not the cholesterol you eat. The Farming Hand study said, hey, look, you can eat as much cholesterol as you want within reason. It doesn't have any effect on the amount of cholesterol circulating in your blood. So what it is saturated fats. So you've heard that before. Foods that are high in saturated fats tends to be animal products, and they're high in saturated fats. So it doesn't mean never eat those, but you can't eat that all day long regularly. It's going to cause inflammation in your body, which makes you more prone to having damage to the arterial wall, which in turn your body's going to say, I'm not healthy, I'm going to lower or raise my cholesterol level. So again, it's not the cholesterol that's causing the problem. It's rising as a result of your body being inflamed. What else can cause it? Trans fats, hydrogenated fats, very bad for the body. So foods that tend to be high shelf life, wrapped up in plastic, things that can be in a container that you can throw it in the cabinet or the pantry for the next 3 years and then pull it out. It's still pretty good. Chances are it's very high in trans fats. So trans fats are not natural. They never existed. Man made them. They're very bad for the body. They cause inflammation of the body, and as a result, they cause your inflammation to rise and obviously cholesterol levels to rise. So not so good at all. Processed foods, anything that's processed, white flour, white sugar, white bread, very bad for you. And any types of foods that are processed. In other words, if man makes the food, and again, it's in plastic or a container, and you can shove it in a cabinet for a while, it doesn't mean never, but you can't put that in your body or your kid's body regularly, because that stuff's very bad for you. Exercise is going to lower the inflammation in your body. How wonderful is that? So you don't have to go to the gym and work out with a trainer 2 hours a day. You do 15, 20 minutes a day. Do a walk. Get a bicycle. Do a treadmill. You can walk up and down the stairs in your house if you don't have any equipment. At least start there. Walk around the house. Walk around the house outside. Walk around the neighborhood. Real good pieces of advice for you. A couple other quick things. Auto-suggestion. What does that mean? Self-talk. They're finding out, again, this has been known for many years, but science is actually showing that what you say to yourself, what's going on in here, greatly affects the overall health of the body. So if you know this, what steps are you taking to say good things to yourself? I tell people real simple, take 3 things that you're very appreciative for, very thankful for. My children, my health, my family, my wife, my friends, my work, whatever. And you write those down and you read those over to yourself 3 or 4 times a day. And it starts to focus your brain on the good things, the wonderful parts of your life that you maybe sometimes don't even pay attention to, and it affects what your self-talk is, and therefore it makes your body run and regulate and function better. How wonderful is that? Last thing, because I know we're running out of time, that is the nervous system. Anytime your spine loses normal mobility, it disrupts the flow of the messages from your brain to your body. So when your brain is trying to talk to your liver or your spleen or your pancreas or your intestines or whatever, and the spine is crooked, some of those messages don't get where they're supposed to go, and those messages from your body can't get back up to the brain to help it regulate the body as well, and you develop more sickness, more disease, more illness, more inflammation in your body. And as a result, by getting adjusted, it makes your body healthier, lowers your cholesterol levels. How wonderful is that? Share the video with people across the country. Try to save some of your friends' lives or families' lives. There's a lot of other great stuff on my website. If you go to BorioChiropractic.com, on the left-hand side, there's a button that says Health Library, and there's all kinds of great research I've been putting on it for the last 12 years. Have a great, healthy week. Work on what we talked about. I look forward to talking to you guys next week.
What do you want?